And we are live. Hello folks, welcome to part 15 of Sonadow Play Ace Attorney. Joining me as per usual is of course my lovely girlfriend I IMShadow007. Say hello, hon.
Hi!
And today we're continuing on with the final case of Justice for All, and we're probably going to just do up to the end of the investigation because there's quite a few psych locks in this one, so it'll probably fill up a lot of time.
Yep.
But we'll see. So let me just get the sound of the music back on. Okay.
Let go.
Farewell, my turnabout.
Oh, Pearly.
That's one angry-looking Pearly.
I'd be mad too.
Well, at least we were able to get Mr. Ungard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important.
So now what should we do?
Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. Ungard's innocence. We have to find the real killer.
Okay, let's start looking. The lobby. Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't come in without... Good morning. Hold on, it's you! What is going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another steel samurai doing the most evil deeds.
You know, that's not entirely...
I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why, do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies?
Maybe you're cursed?
It's always been that way.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened.
Huh, don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. How do you feel I feel voicing it?
Join the club, Pearl. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower?
Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants.
Yeah, that's pretty common in Glasgow. We're very naturally very fast speakers.
I envy you.
Obviously, because we're broadcasting live, I speak a little slower, but usually when I'm not talking in real life, I usually talk like this.
I envy you so much.
Just be my Russell. Yeah, we speak as fast as the French. Alright, anyway, let's talk.
My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes his heart go ba-dump again.
I don't know what to say.
I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket?
Like Stuart says in the chat, probably because you're a witch.
I watch your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my wand.
But I haven't said anything.
Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway.
Huh? What woman?
That irritating backwater girl with an afro and the horrible country accent. Oh, Lotta.
Oh, Applejack.
Yep. I mean, what is the matter of speaking supposed to be? And why does she never stop?
Well,
You're one to talk.
Well, if this is the United States, you know, each state tends to have a very different accent.
And why does she never stop? You're one to talk, old bag.
I mean, you get someone from Chicago, they probably talk like this. Parked car.
Or Brooklyn, they talk like this.
I own the dog food factory around the corner.
Honestly, women these days.
Yep.
I
wish there was maybe I could find a mod to slow that down so you could actually voice it.
I don't think so, no.
Pearls, are you thirsty?
A little.
Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. I'm gonna get myself a beer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna get myself a beer. I could use at least 100.
Hey, are you paying attention, youngins, today?
So I'm guessing Miss Oldbeck heard everything from Lotta. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder.
I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready.
Getting ready? For what?
The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards.
Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference.
Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder.
Ah, I see.
But...
Hmm?
But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night.
The most important moment? You don't mean...
Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you were a disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today.
Please, tell me, what did you see? Uh-oh.
Four? The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't?
Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please.
If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present. We will.
Whatever you say, lady.
Lotta?
Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens.
I wonder if we can do anything investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere.
Well, gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Okay, nothing there. Let's try the hallway.
Lotta! Lotta! There you are! Hey! You're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer.
Lotta.
Hey! Mr. Cop fella! The thief showed his face!
What?
Arrest him! Put him on trial! Find him guilty! Give him the death penalty!
What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright?
Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here! So why don't you try to just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera! C-A-M-E-R-A.
Sonic fan would be great at dubbing Japanese shows? Huh. Okay.
I guess because of our voices.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you had an SMRT moment there.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, so smart.
Look,
Yep, so smart. SMRT, I mean SMART.
Like, I do try to base my voices on the Ace Attorney anime as best I can. Anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's my lifeblood! I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. $700? Jesus.
That's an expensive camera, especially when you consider
Well, she is a reporter, so.
Especially when you consider this game came out in 2002.
$700?
Your camera?
Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are.
Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble.
Huh?
So you lost your camera?
It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in the store and it's $1,600 brand new. $1,600? Jesus. Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon.
Oh yeah,
well then.
Angry John's got a point. He says that's just for the camera, don't forget about the lens.
Right.
Fucking hell, that's expensive.
And probably the stand. I made this itty-bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all huffed up in the face. He gave me his talking to, and it was real mean about it, too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie.
What did you capture with that expensive camera of yours?
I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop.
I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder.
It is. Alright, you. What happened?
Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder.
Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Ongar was arrested.
What were you doing here?
You sure went to school, city boy? Whenever a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had.
A big scoop?
I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for a perfect shot.
I wonder what scoop she was after this time.
Although, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time.
Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop?
Well, maybe I was, but that's what the real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof?
What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Uh-oh.
Okay, only 2. That's not too bad.
2!
Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know.
You want me to shave that afro off, girl? Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide?
We've been stopped, haven't we? Yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer.
I'm glad someone around here is happy, Miss Lotta and your I rule smile.
Did we show her a picture of Juan? Does she know who Juan Corda is? A Corita?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Oops.
Let's go back to... Oh, Onguard's room. Okay. Where are we?
We're in Mr. Matt Onguard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? Oh wait,
may
don't...
I help? No, Adrian. May I help you with something?
We're...
You're Mr. Onguard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail.
How did you know I'm his lawyer?
You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer. Wow! It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Onguard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build his case, correct?
Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick. I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business.
All right. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving.
I just want to say, I love this song.
Yeah.
I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Then I will tell you. Before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Onguard. In this very room, I might add.
Dinner? What did you eat?
I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me.
I bet she's a lot of fun at parties.
When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall.
And after the show ended, you came back to this room?
No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Lobby.
Preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess.
When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Onguard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corita. That's right, keep friends with Karita.
And that's when you found this body, isn't it?
He really held strong through everything.
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails.
You have no idea.
So, about you and...
Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask about how Mr. Ongard and I are related, are you?
Sorry?
I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer.
Why did she have to go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright? I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Ongard's manager.
His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Karita, have one?
No, he did not.
He didn't?
Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars.
I see.
This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Yeah! Tell it to the people in the back, sister. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this. Honestly. You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya!
Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright?
What can you tell me about Juan Karita?
Did you know the victim, Mr. Karita?
Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with Nickel Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die.
I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Karita was killed.
What about Matt Ongard? Here's anything about him? I asked to become Mr. Ongard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Ha, sure.
Mr. Ongard does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing what he's told.
He's always saying my manager, right, Mr. Nick?
Are you hungry?
Maybe.
I just heard your stomach.
I'll eat later. Oh.
Do you have any ideas?
As to
why Mr. Karita was murdered?
Why would you ask me about such a thing?
I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Oh, come on!
She also has 4!
Miss Andrews?
Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
Oh, really?
Sorry, there's some lag. Hold on. Is it a psych block, Mr. Nick? Yeah, 4!
Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Well, great. May as well go check.
Okay, Mr. Nick. It's oh god. It's okay, Mr. Nick. You'll eventually find 5 blocks.
Don't remind me.
Bears!
Lots of bears.
Hey, bears. Mr. Nick, where are we?
We're in Mr. Juan Karita's room, Pearls.
Mr. Karita?
The victim. Which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you! So, what happened? The kidnapper! Has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Ongard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that, even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know. But you've got to keep quiet.
God bless Gumshoe.
It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy.
Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you.
Wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good.
Mr. Nick, I got a map.
That's great, Pearls.
But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says. God bless her.
I know.
Must protect.
You know what was the cause of death? Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal. It should? Yeah, here's a picture.
Ooh.
Dead. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Ongard's prints, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. Ongard arrested? Because we had evidence on him.
Evidence?
It looks like the victim, Juan Corrida, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There are signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off. Mr. Ongard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. That's not all. What? There was a witness, pal. A witness? Who is it? That lady, Miss Oldback. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there's something around where the Vic was a little off. Something that's a little off? As in, that's for you to figure out, pal.
All right, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick.
Oh boy. Right. Let's examine.
That bear. Wow, there are a lot of bears.
Alarm clock ones, collector's edition, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? Yeah, a real one.
There's even a few in the trash can.
Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor Ted.
Poor teddies.
It's hard to bear with all these problems. Growl. Oh, you fuck
Where
up.
did you come from?
I don't think I want to bear with this trauma the last case caused me.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Nah.
It's so messy here.
Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it.
There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please?
Okay, that over there's a watch. You wear it on your wrist.
I know what a watch is.
Oops. For a second there, I forgot I was talking with Pearls, not Maya.
Oh, damn! Phoenix can be such a fucking jerk to Maya, god damn.
It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it, and I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator.
Do all stores pack too much stuff like Mr. Corrida?
Usually, yes.
What's slide? Wait, can we go to the crime scene?
Yeah, I'm just checking. Is there anything else here to scan? Nope. Right.
Okay. That night, wait, the guitar case.
This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable.
That's strange. The guitar's not in here.
Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show?
But Mystic Maya, She said the bright red guitar was a gem into signature item.
That's true. Huh? The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? The wine glass?
It looks like Mr. Kurita had dinner last night.
This bottle, it's tomato juice. Yeah, sure it is. Well, it's on the label, but still.
We had a lot of food at the award show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage only after eating a meager meal like this.
That glass there on the nightstand. Yeah. On the dresser, I mean.
It's a beautiful wine glass and there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
I like it. Just tastes
Never
like
had it.
Just tastes like cold tomato soup.
Ah.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where it came from.
But doesn't it seem weird?
What seems weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor.
She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is this glass the only thing that's still all right?
Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant.
Where are these bits of glass from?
A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick?
Well, excuse me, kid. I'm not a florist.
That's phone. Oh, so that's a bed, right?
Yep, it's big, but it's a bed.
Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft.
Big beds must be a rarity for her.
That phone?
No clues here.
That robot bear?
Nope.
Nope.
I think we've gathered everything we can right now. Doesn't seem to be...
Okay. Let's slide over to the next room, to the other room. Just make sure we got checked everything.
Yep. Everything's
okay.
checked.
Let's go examine Matt Ungard's room.
See you later.
Let's examine the knives.
There's a giant bone sitting on the plate.
I don't really like meat.
There's something weird about this plate. I just wish I could put my finger on what it is.
There's no knife.
Exactly. If you eat something with a bone in it, guess what? You're probably going to need a knife. Looks like dishes left over from dinner. The dinner for two at that.
I'm sure they're Mr. Ungard, Miss Andrews' plates.
Looks like they had a T-bone steaks. What's with Global Studios and T-bone steaks? They're ribs.
That case there?
It's probably Mr. Ungard's suitcase. For someone who was only going to be here for the award show, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here.
Stars really are different from us, aren't they?
Some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here.
I think that jacket-looking thing is called a hoppy.
Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. Yeah, steal it while Miss Andrews is in the room, Phoenix. God's sake.
Nothing here.
Oh, the beds.
Oh.
That's the bedroom over there.
That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here. Oh, it is a hotel, Pearls.
Okay.
And I think we're good. I don't see anything too suspicious. I guess we go back. Let's go to the hallway. Then let's go to the hall.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
How are you?
Ah, Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time?
Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave.
Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show?
Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai.
I see.
This time, there are 3 samurai brothers. The Aluminium Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the Nickel Samurai.
So they're all named after metals.
Yeah, and for the record, the UK pronounce it aluminium while we Americans say aluminum, so...
Yeah, so don't get on my case, I'm not saying aluminum.
Yeah, he says aluminium while I say aluminum.
It's a love Y in Neo-Old Tokyo.
I see. Wait, a love what?
A love Y!
This girl, Sayo, works at the tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, guess that's why shaped is like 3 brothers colliding over this one girl.
Anyway,
Sayo is the daughter of the evil What?!
Just read it!
For God's sake. Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet. Times 3.
Yeah.
Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know! Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
I'm gonna stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week.
I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? Oh, excuse me.
It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but becomes a big pop star anyway.
What? Yeah, exactly. What?
He was a really lousy ninja, absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing! With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm.
A ninja with a bright red guitar?
And then, the final fight in front of his beloved princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-Jammin' cold the night before Battle 3.
Oh, that's too bad for him.
Yeah. But this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know! The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Misola?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
Which show should I watch?
I can't believe she's really considering it.
Watch Friendship is Magic.
Let's all go to the... Nope.
Wait. He said that he saw Old Bag. No, never mind. I'm trying to think what else we could do. Where else could we go? Let's see.
Have we got enough to break these psych locks?
I'm trying to think. Oh wait, let's talk to Gumshoe. Present the wine glass to him.
So about this wine glass.
So you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched.
You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe?
No, actually Miss Von Karma noticed it first.
Yeah, Pearl's noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel?
Yeah, she's around. Man, you're going to be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here.
Well, if you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash. Beep, 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 beep.
Guess who? What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick?
I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma.
Huh?
For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me. Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time.
Sorry, I've got to make myself scarce. Later, pal. Oh, yo! Dead.
At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Would it be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change?
So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives.
Ow.
That's very dishonorable of you.
Ow!
Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Detective, come over here for a second.
Yes, no!
Poor Gumshoe.
I feel so bad.
Well, he's dead.
Yep. I feel better knowing at last you were a man enough to face your punishment.
He was so scared, he just froze up on the spot.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine.
Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you?
What? Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin.
Yes, sir.
This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor.
Ow. What did you throw at me now? What's this?
Well, I guess this means I've got to get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you.
That autograph. What is that?
There's nothing here.
Oh wait. We examined it on the table.
Alright. Duh.
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
It's called an autograph.
Autograph?
The paper's got Mr. Corrida's name written on it, so it's his autograph.
I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this.
Ah, it's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says "To my dearest Wendy" in the most normal letters here? In the more normal letters here?
This sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before.
Old Bag. Oh, Miss Old Bag. We're gonna visit ya.
Have we got enough?
Yeah. Magatama.
Alright, bitch, start talking.
All right, I'll be honest with you for now.
Then please, tell us what you saw.
But aw, what a waste. And here I have perfectly good chance to have a little fun at your youngin's expense. I am a little devil after all.
Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. The autograph.
Her autograph. That's one's autograph!
Yes, it is.
And even says, "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right?
No, it was actually an autograph for Wendy's restaurant.
Of course it's you!
For God's sake. Well, it may say Wendy. But somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange?
Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you. Fine, Mr. Wright. You win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open her heart, all for my dearest Juan.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. Now then. I feel bad for you now.
Huh?
I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding!
Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. This time, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. But Mr. Arngard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did.
What did Mr. Arngard ever do to her to deserve this? What did Mr. Arngard do to you to make you so...
You don't know? That guy! He framed my Juan! He created a scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick!
What is it?
What's a scandal?
Scandal! Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of the vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do vials and vile temptress mean?
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbeck has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbeck, who is this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy. He shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose.
His own manager? But why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
And do you have proof that Mr. Arngard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue on a certain magazine said so.
Ugh, of course, a tabloid.
Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it?
Trying to think. Oh yeah, let's go to Viola Hall. Let's talk to Mr. Powers and what does he know about Adrian Andrews?
Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little.
So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman.
What do you know about Miss Andrews? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her. I don't really know her, you know? there's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now.
A rumor?
If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know.
He's so happy. He looks like a lion has just found his next meal.
Alright, what you got, you big guy?
Would you mind telling me about this gossip?
So you are interested in it. I figured you would be.
Yeah.
I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too.
Oh, really? You too, huh?
Yeah, take a look at this.
Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldback would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous.
To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you?
What?
You can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Right. One Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. Which means, if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA...
Adrian Andrews.
Yes, exactly. This is big news.
But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client?
It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people.
Mr. Powers looks so happy.
Pearls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling.
Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
Let's see if we can let's see if we can add that to old bag. The old bag, got something for ya.
Nope.
Oh, nothing? Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Wada. Adrian Andrews?
Have we got anything for?
Oh yeah, Magatama.
Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room?
I told you, didn't I? For my scoop.
What I want to know is about details of this. What I want to know about are the details of this scoop.
That not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter.
Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say what you were looking into it. You were looking into a scandal.
Ugh.
Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corda and this person?
Adrian Andrews. This woman.
She's Adrian Andrews, Mad on Guard's manager.
Ugh.
The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it?
You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing will make the papers. You gotta have backup. Oh, we do.
Backup?
Yeah. You gotta have that what's it? News sauce?
You mean news source?
That's it. Show me something that shows that Juan guy had something with Miss Andrews. The magazine clipping.
This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. On-Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials AA, which is also a breakdown service in the UK.
Huh.
You saw this article and then thought of this to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door last night.
Ugh. Gotcha.
You were looking into Mr. Corrida's and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you?
You got it. I was getting myself a scoop by catching him in the secret meeting.
But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news.
What you say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story.
Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. Yeah, you should go work for Fox News.
Ah! I already finished writing up a spicy article, you know. But... the paper I wrote on it, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $16,000 camera.
$16,000?
Oh, sorry, $1,600 camera. Why did I say $16,000? I'm tired, shut up.
That is one expensive camera.
Yeah, $1,600 camera. Why did I say I'm tired. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me.
Yeah, I understand.
It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell ya. What's with people now, anyway? Never thought I'd see the day when someone done steal something from me.
You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a bold-faced lie. Don't think we
I
have...
guess we go see Gumshoe.
Yeah, because I don't think we have enough yet for Adrian.
No. I guess we go see Gumshoe.
Yep.
Gumshoe! We got something for ya.
Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back!
Hey, so you came, pal.
Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. So what do you mean by the evidence is airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
Two?
And both of them are in this photo.
Huh?
The first is the button that is missing from the victim's chest. That's the button you found during your body search of Mr. Ongard. Yep, I found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact.
Fingerprints? Whose are they?
You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious. They're Mad Ongard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so.
What do you mean, you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal?
Well... And I even told her not to open that mouth of hers or blab to anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down. Trust me.
Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Ongard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way! Show him the clipping. What do you know about this?
We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide.
Suicide?
Her name was Celeste Impax. And she was one Kurita's manager. The victim's manager?
But that's not all, pal.
Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor.
She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one.
Her mentor?
A woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? You want to know more about her, pal?
Yes.
She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. But ow! Bitch!
I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Bitch, will you just go away? Miss Von Karma!
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst.
You don't mean...
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's...
Wait! Please wait, sir! If I don't get this month's pay, I'll...
Quiet! If it weren't for traitors like you...
I would have won. Is that what you wanted to say?
Who?
That voice.
Adrian!
Edgeworth! It's been a long time, right?
This person! This is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Franziska.
You... How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You stole the Von Karma name, drag it through the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like an ill-bred dog you are.
Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Then let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country.
You
seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a critical lesson of the meaning of total victory.
Still the same wild mare she always was. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick!
I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What is that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it's available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a Von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It would have been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why did you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Well, with Franziska, she always says,
I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. Oh.
But The courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say. Those who think of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there is still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I've yet to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming. The time when you will see is coming soon enough.
Let's see. But about the magazine clipping, you know anything about it?
Nope.
Nope. What about... Oh, what about Celeste Impact? Celeste, do you know her?
This woman is another key to solving this case. You really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago, but she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. But her death was ruled as a suicide, right? Yes. But there is still one riddle we've yet to solve. Is that a typo? But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. To solve that.
But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. Yeah, it's supposed to be solved, not solved.
A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished?
Suicide note? Talk about that.
Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we cannot find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how did you know Miss Impacts had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim!
That's horrifying.
He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report, part 1 anyway. Part 1?
Part 1? Present this, let's see. Present the note again to him?
What note?
The suicide note. Present it to him.
What, you mean the suicide report?
Yeah, the report, yes.
I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is... It's Adrian Andrews!
Miss Andrews? What did she do?
She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman. That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
A secret?
Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is.
Let's talk to him about the dependent nature.
What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempted suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that...
Is this what they call following someone to the grave?
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And when she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others? When Celeste Impact suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then, that means her super confident attitude? It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible.
We gotta go see her now.
Yeah, I think we've got pretty much everything now.
Yeah. We have to save her.
This is getting depressing and dark. Yeah, welcome to the world of Ace Attorney.
Yeah, we gotta save her now. Adrian, I'm sorry, but... Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma.
Miss von Karma? What are you doing here?
Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You've got some nerve following me around.
Following you?
That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Pearls.
You're always following after Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting, little girl.
Beep, 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 beep.
What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move.
So that noise we heard was this receiver? I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. I felt sorry for him since the start of the first game.
I know, right? Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? All right. Notice the card she's holding.
Yep. What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Adrian, I'm sorry, but... Magatama!
Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Onguard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida.
You were not that close?
That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
You're not good at being intimate with another person? Somehow I highly doubt that.
Yeah, you were fine with Celeste, weren't you?
Nope.
Wait, what? That wasn't it? Oh, the magazine clipping. Yeah. Yeah, really? The magazine clipping then.
You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not?
A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half of your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Rubbish?
Yeah, rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into the story.
That's to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
It's weird hearing the word rubbish with an American accent. Like, that's a very common word over here in the UK, but not so much in the US and Canada.
Yeah.
Note to self, stay on her good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake?
Celeste!
Celeste Impax, your mentor.
How do you know about Celeste?
Miss Impax, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide.
You have great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid.
Miss Andrews?
There is no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into nothing.
Is that really true? Is there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved.
The suicide note.
Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita.
Juan?
And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita.
I sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however. Allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. Really.
That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impax was someone very special to you.
The attempted suicide note.
Miss Andrews, you nearly went through with it too, didn't you?
Went through with what?
Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop!
No.
When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close. Am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was, why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Kurita dead.
Me?
Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder.
Murder? Gotcha.
Ooh.
Thank you. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all of that, though. I try to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews. This one thing. It's the one thing I want to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was one Karita. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Karita to recover her suicide note, correct?
Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
And if they purposely add fuel to that fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just didn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand.
Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews. If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Go be on suicide watch! Get therapy!
Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret.
Someone put this lady on suicide watch!
She might be, you don't know. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably
Hey, it's
never
me.
says anything without carefully thinking about it through first.
Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh. Hold on, there's a bit of lag. I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? It looks like a seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
Or not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it'd be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungar in your capable hands.
Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
And what about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls, she looks so worn out by all of this. She hasn't slept at all and she's been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am.
You don't look fine to me.
Poor Pearls.
I know.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Beep, beep, beep.
Ah, Mr. Nick! The transceiver!
Hello? Writing Co. Law offices?
Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone.
Maya! Where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time.
Phew.
Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree?
Wait! Maya! Let me hear her!
Very well.
Ask my...
Maya, is that you?
Sis? Ask my sis!
Maya! Maya! Damn it! He cut me off!
Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that?
Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one.
Sorry. Ah! Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her.
How's Maya?
She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems.
I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know?
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know she could use a spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like?
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her?
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. Not a burger? That's a first. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty.
Yeah,
There's a card on the ground.
Yeah, besides, that's wine bottle. If you drink alcohol on an empty stomach, not a good idea.
Huh? Someone dropped a card here. It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. There's all sorts of things piled up here. But it's too dark to see. I guess we go to the door. Drat, it's locked. But this door's lock seems pretty easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door.
I wonder if that trick actually works.
I think so. I wonder if there's a card like that around here that I could use. You just picked it up. Ah, that's it. The shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. All right. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. So she managed to escape.
So it would seem.
Do-do-do-do-do. That'd be a good place to stop.
Yeah, pretty much. Whew.
Because I gotta feed the cats and stuff.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half anyway.
And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I know. I heard your stomach earlier.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, that's the investigation wrapped up. So next week we'll be tackling the first part of the trial.
Yep.
So, anything else to say before we sign off?
Only this to say, Adrian, please Go to therapy. For all our sakes.
Well, she did. They did say she went counseling, so.
Yeah, but my God, be on suicide watch, lady.
She might be.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, that's it for this week. So I guess tune in next Wednesday, and we'll start the trials.
Yep. See you then.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.